this video I'm going to be talking about my writing experiences and tips and tricks. They might work for you, they might not. So to begin with, I'm going to talk a little bit about my writing. I've been writing since I was about 10 years old, and I've still got a story somewhere when I wrote when I was 10 years old. I think that's so cool of me that I was able to write a story at 10, like what? And then at school, when I was 10 and 11, I wrote 2 more stories to do with assignments, and I still have them somewhere, and I would love to fix them up one day and to publish them. I think that would be awesome. And then school kind of got in the way, as it does, and I stopped writing until I was about 16, and that's when I wrote my first novel, White Wings. What inspired me to write again was Twilight. Oh, I think some of you exited out this video. I think Twilight was one of those novels that I chose to read. It was one of the first novels I've ever read, maybe the first novel I've ever read outside of school, because school forces you to read a couple of novels, and I just didn't like that. So when I picked up Twilight, I read it in a week and I loved it. I wrote majority of that novel in a couple months, and then I stopped writing it for about a year until I left school. So when I was 17, I finished it, and I just remember that feeling of finishing it. I was like, at the computer desk. And that novel and White Wings is around about 95,000 words, so that is a great achievement as a 17-year-old to finish out 95,000 words. I think that is awesome. And then much later in life, I wrote another book when I was about early 20s, maybe like 23. I wrote Collide. And that novel is around about 63,000 words. And now I'll talk to you how I published them, what I liked, what I didn't like, blah blah. So with White Wings, I self-published this with a company called Wattpad. Hold on, just double check that. Yes, I'm right. And now they're closed. I think they went bankrupt or something, so yay. I don't regret self-publishing White Wings, but I wish I did it later in life, because when I self-published it, I wasn't really on social media. I don't think social media was even that big, and I think social media helps with publishing books, because then you can send the books out to people and they put it on Instagram and Twitter. You can do giveaways, etc, etc. So White Wings didn't do too well. I think maybe a total of 5 people read it, which is fine. 5 people, if I didn't publish it, they would never have heard of my story. So you can't actually buy the paperback now because the book pal is closed, and I think I have seen it on a website that you could buy it paperback, and I'm like, no, that's not right. And then I decided to put the first 10 chapters free on Wattpad. I'll put the link below in this description if you want to check it out. You can also buy the whole book on Amazon as a Kindle for, I think it's around $2, but it depends on what country you're from. I was going to put the whole book free on Wattpad, but then I heard that some publishers don't like that, like they might not publish it because you put it on Wattpad, and I'd really love to republish White Wings. The story is amazing, the characters are in my head, like when are you going to continue our story? With White Wings, I was actually going to make it a series of about 5 novels, but because it didn't go too well, I haven't released any of the others. Hopefully one day I can. So a little bit about White Wings is that it's a young adult novel, and it's about angels. Just, it's so good. Just a little bit about my second novel, Collide, now. I published this novel with an actual publisher, which was my goal in life, to be published by a publisher. So it was published by a publishing company in England called Olympia Publishers. They've been great. They designed the cover. They just, they're so good. Then again, it didn't sell too well. It sold a heck of a lot more than White Wings. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe 100 people have read it. The most beautiful thing happened. A bookish box called the Dragon Hoard box. Unfortunately, it's closed now, but when Collide came out, they put my book in their box, and that was such an achievement, and I was so happy with myself, and just so many more people read it because it's in the box, and I'm so thankful to that owner. It was a very happy time. So backstory in Collide, that it's science fiction. When I started writing Collide, never thought it would turn out to be science fiction, but it did. It's about a girl waking up on a planet, and she has no idea who she is and how she got here. Collide's first chapter is free on Wattpad. I'll put that link down below, and I'll put a couple other links down below on where you can buy the paper copy. What? Paperback! That's it. With Collide, I was hoping to make it a trilogy, but it didn't sell too well, so hopefully one day I can maybe republish again, or I could publish it with the same company. I don't know, but I'm hoping to get them out there one day. I don't regret publishing Collide or White Wings. I just hope that they could have done better. I think every author thinks their book is going to be the next Harry Potter, the next Hunger Games, but it's not. Every author is going to say this about their books, but I love White Wings and Collide. The stories are just so amazing, and I hope one day that more people are going to read them. Yeah. So overall, I love my novels. I'm so glad that I published them and people have read them. I'm just hoping one day I could write the sequels. So a little bit about my other writing now. I've written 3 novels, though 2 I've published, White Wings and Collide, and the other novel I've written is White Wings sequel. So I've done 3 novels, but I've started, oh gosh, maybe about 20 novels. There's just so many characters in my head and stories that, So I've started about 20 novels. On some of them I've written 10,000 words, some of them I've written 50,000 words, so I'm hoping that I could maybe pick one and then just keep writing, just keep going. So with my tips and tricks, I get inspired by other things. When I watch a TV show, an idea might pop in my head. When I read a novel, an idea might pop in the head. Maybe just going outside and talking to someone, boom, an idea happens. I normally write down a sentence or 2 of what I want to happen in the novel. And then I write down the characters, and then some characters' names come to my head like that. Others, I gotta Google characters, and sometimes I might even change a character's name while writing the story. It's the same with the title of the novel. The title of the novel, bang, it'll come straight away. Sometimes I'll be writing the novel and I still have no idea what the title is going to be. Now with planning out chapters, I don't really plan. I know some authors out there do write like a sentence or 2 of what they want to happen in every chapter. I just kind of go with the flow. So it depends on what kind of writer. You're going to go with the flow, write down whatever comes to your head, or if you're a planner. I'm not a planner at all. It's really good to find writing friends. I found heaps on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and we all talk together and we all share our stories and help with ideas, etc., etc. I think that's very helpful to do. A tip is not to be ripped off by anyone. I think I was ripped off by one of my editors. I paid so much money, and then another editor I went to for another novel, it was like a sixth of the price. I was like, what? Why was that one so expensive compared to that one? So definitely shop around. Another tip is, if you publish with a publisher, they normally design the cover of the novel, or you could go to a third party and get it designed yourself, because some publishers only do certain ways and you might not like that way, so it might be better for you just to spend an extra few $100s, couple hundred, however much they charge to get the cover that you want. With White Wings, I love this cover so much, but I had troubles with it. The first person I went to, they designed it, it was yeah, great, and then one day I emailed them back. They never emailed back. I emailed them so much, I tried to find them on social media, I couldn't, so I had to pay someone else to do the cover again, and that's probably good, because they made it black and white with a bit of red, and that was just so perfect. But with writing, the editing process can get a little bit like, you read your novel so many times, like again and again and again, and then you get your editor to read it, and then you get someone else just to double check everything's okay. But in saying that, even these novels here, there's always going to be mistakes, whether it be a spelling mistake, a comma, whatever, there's always going to be a mistake. And people, they might point that out to you when they read it. Some don't care, some don't even realize, so I think that's hard. Editing is crazy, but those mistakes, some of them you'll pick up, some of them it'll be missed. And also the people wondering about my shirt, yes, it is a Gossip Girl shirt. Woo!